had an idea of the color I wanted. But when it runs, it was the Romans too. What was that one? New one? Well, all the cool colors are downstairs. Right? They're all downstairs wondering what we're doing. They don't know quick art makes for fun. Is there anything like that here? No. I believe life should be a fruit bowl. Lemons, limes, apples, oranges, grapes, blueberries, raspberries. So I tend to choose my colors like a fruit bowl. So then like a fruit bowl. You know, back in the day, everybody used to have these beautiful fruit bowls on top of their table. But now I like to take it off the table and put it on the wall so they're surrounded by natural, wholesome, beautiful colors that promote happiness and love. And when you see one of my pieces, you're either sassy or you're bold. And every now and then we need a character that's just a little stronger than the woman that has the painting. So I put a little sword in her hand and I let them battle life. But ultimately, it's all about, at the end of the day, love and happiness. It's so cool to see this much activity in this area when normally it's just silent, you know? I'm just crossing my fingers that we can keep this going on till October and then again next year make it 10 times bigger. I've been blessed. That's life in general. Blessed. I moved out here from Phoenix, Arizona as a flight attendant about 13 years ago. I got off the flight and decided that I wanted to be a painter and I never looked back. Started selling at Eastern Market. I've been there now going on 11 years. It started with one table and it moved up to what you saw at Eastern Market, grates and tents and tables and plethora of artwork. And I switch out every week. This was actually, I would say, one of my first 3 murals in a month. So it's amazing what you can learn and teach yourself in a matter of a month.
I would say it's a way to make an urban area more livable. You know, sometimes a lot of what happens is perception. If people perceive that a place is dangerous, then it becomes dangerous. And if people perceive that a place is safe, then people come out and then it actually becomes safe because there's people watching, there's people interacting in the community. And that's what makes a place safe, is people using things like this trail, and the art helps that become a reality. That's what I think.
I've been painting now going on a little over 13 years, but I'm a third generation. So in my family, we always say if you're an artist and your last name is Skinner, you already know what you're meant to do.
Why?
Why? Because my parents were artists. My grandfather was a mason. We're just natural born artists. Either we use paintbrushes or sculpture or whatever it is, and we go for it. So I always say I'm a Skinner more than anything, and that's my proudest mark, to be one, to be able to be an artist and not have to fight for my existence in life, but to already know from my destiny was sealed. It's all I'm meant to do. So I work in about 17 different mediums, from oils, acrylics, watercolors, temperas, glass, metal, marble. I refinish and design furniture, body painting, castings, prosthetics, auto body detailing, silk screening, leatherworks. It's like whatever it is, if it's art, I want to learn it.
If you want to go wash, what are you going to use? If you want to cook soup, what are you going to use?
Yeah, mama. But you see, that's why sometimes I'm like, when I don't have time, you have to learn it too. So you want to worship? Go for it. It's all you, baby. And I think that's part of the fun too, by giving her responsibility, like my young students, they see themselves doing it. It's not like a lot of teachers will talk to you to death and won't give you hands-on. Sometimes I just turn my back and give them the directions and let them go. Because to mess up sometimes is to actually learn it. You're going to have flaws. It's not always going to work out right. And you need to learn how to fix it when it goes wrong.
Take the thingy.
Oh, you don't spray. Did you spray?
No.
Okay, don't use the emulsion spray.
Take the thing off.
Uh-huh. Perfect. And then rinse. You're so cool, dude.
Grab it.
No, you're just going to rinse it with lukewarm water, so turn it a little bit this way. A few years ago, I had a 12-year-old little girl come to my stand. She saw a painting that I had, and all of a sudden she started arguing and crying with her mom, and she really, really wanted it. So I picked up a little painting off the table and I gave it to her. And then I told her, you know, in life, little girls never cry. We're supposed to go, we can't get it, then I'll work hard and I'll get it for myself. But we shouldn't cry. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually you'll think you get to cry for everything that you want in life, and that's not a good look. So we sat down, had a little conversation, and I told her, you know, if you save all your money, one day you'll be able to come back and get a painting. This little girl came back when she turned 18, was 19 actually, was in school for 1 year, had a job and everything. And she walked up to my stand and she said, do you remember me? And I said, no. She said, well, you told me years ago and you gave me this little painting. I said, oh my goodness, okay, I remember you. I remember your mom, da 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 da. She was like, well, you told me to save my money and not to spend on just anything and get assets versus liabilities and to understand the value of money. And she said, well, I'm in college now and I decided I want one of your paintings. She was like, because that's all I've ever wanted. And I said, okay, well, look, they start as low as $10. You know, college students typically come with their budget, you know, a little bit, whatever. She looked at me as though she was 35 years old, had been in the workforce for forever. And she said, no, Miss Quest, I want that one. And she pointed out one that was $2,000, pulled out her credit card. And she said, I saved every penny that I could for that. So I gave it to her for $500. Because I respected that she had already understood the value of money and had taken what I said not as just common word, but made it an institution in her being. So to me, that is a strong woman.